Let's be real. Facing your insecurities is one of the hardest things you can do, but it's also the only way that I was able to grow as a person in my career and in chasing my dream and passion of music production and becoming a DJ. I still feel very insecure when announcing that because I'm still on my path of working towards that goal. I wouldn't consider myself a professional DJ of any kind, step outside of my comfort zone and face my insecurities. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I am breaking down 6 ways I have faced my insecurities, from social media to confidence and to learning things I used to be afraid of. Each one of these has been a turning point for me, and I hope these tips can help you too. So let's dive right in. My tip number 1 is you've got to put yourself out there even before you think you are ready. I think one of the scariest things I've ever done is hitting that publish button for the first time on social media because I've never done it before. I don't know what people are going to think of me. I don't know if I'm good enough for this. There's a lot of stuff going on in my head that's trying to prevent me from doing that. Your brain is wired to survive, not to be successful. So doing stuff like that is scary, and your brain will constantly try to stop you from doing those stuff. By putting myself out there, it's a slow learning process, but I've learned it's not that big of a deal. No one's gonna watch your videos in the first couple months, so why are you overthinking that people are gonna judge you for that? Because no one's watching your videos anyway. Literally, those thoughts are constantly in my mind, and I had to constantly remind myself to put myself out there, to face my insecurities, because I know that's the only way I can grow as a person. I put myself out there by enrolling in a music school in Hollywood. I go to school every week, and by showing up to class every week, I am not there to showcase how successful I am, how good of a music producer I am, but rather I am there to show my insecurities, be vulnerable, and to be open-minded and learn. Remind yourself that you are a beginner in any goal that you want to start working on, because we all start somewhere, right? And all of the successful people you see online in real life, they all started somewhere. We are not born with the talents and skills that we currently have. We have to gain those, and in order to gain those, you have to start from zero. You have to be open about it. You have to have an open mind to accelerate your growth. Everyone starts at zero. The faster you get comfortable being seen at zero, the faster you'll grow. Let's talk a little bit about why insecurities exist. Most insecurities aren't about what others think. They're about what you believe in yourself. The core idea here is that many insecurities come from relying on others for validation instead of believing that you are enough. Society, social media, and sometimes even family feed into this trap. It is important to notice those things and ignore those, because you and only you know what you're capable of. You are capable of the goals you want to achieve. You are your biggest enemy, but that also means you can become your biggest ally. So how exactly do you build confidence and stop caring about external opinions? Well, here's something that I had to learn along the way of adulting, is that people's opinions are often just reflections of themselves, not you. For the short time that I've been on social media, I've received negative comments from friends. I've received negative comments from sometimes family member. People are just there to hate sometimes without any reason. And when you share your goals and dreams with them, you're being vulnerable to them, but then they would come back to you giving you negative thoughts to try to bring you down and share their doubts, and they'll let you know that they doubt your dreams and stuff like that. Don't let outside voices dictate your self-view, because it's not true. At the end of the day, if someone is always talking down on you, maybe they're just not your community. The big takeaway here is protect your space and surround yourself with people who will lift you. Another theme that I wanted to talk about is the importance of staying curious and hungry for knowledge, because knowledge kills insecurities. Sometimes insecurity isn't emotional, it's just a lack of knowledge sometimes. I've had so much insecurities when it comes to music production. I didn't even know how to use Ableton. It was very intimidating to me. I don't know how to navigate myself, but until I actually put in time and effort to learn about that DAW, I started to feel more confident about music production, and my insecurities start to melt away. I am still learning. I'm still on my way. I am in no way a professional Ableton user. I sometimes still get lost. It's a frustrating process. It still is. But compared to where I was a year ago, that has shifted dramatically, and I feel way less insecure than when I first started last year. Curiosity doesn't make you look weak. It makes you unstoppable. The next tip I wanted to share is train your courage like a muscle. Courage isn't something you're born with. It is something you train. It is something you gain. Every social media post, every Ableton session, every class that I go to, every book that I've read is my practice and my reps of courage. The more you do something, the less intimidating it'll feel, and the more courage. It is like going to the gym. It feels intimidating at first. You don't know what you're doing. The reps look so bad. You can't put any weight on. How fast you are improving and able to put on more weights. The more you practice, the stronger you get. The big takeaway here is start with small reps of courage. Maybe speaking up in class, maybe signing yourself up for a mentor session, or start a small project, or just post something small, a story, a post. Try to step outside of your comfort zone, not by taking huge steps because those are hard, but try to break it down into small steps you can take every day to train that courage muscle. I know that I've shared a lot about how to overcome your insecurities, how to face your insecurities, but I also think it's very important to mention that insecurity will never disappear. You might make progress in your life towards your goal, but there will be more insecurities come around. There will be new insecurities that pop up. It's never going to disappear completely, and I think it is very important for us to accept that. Insecurities don't go away. You just get better living with them. Even now, working at Disney, I've DJ'd a couple times and made a couple songs. I still feel insecure sometimes, and I still had to remind myself that it's completely normal, that they're still there. I think it is important to realize that insecurity is the signal of growth. So if you're feeling insecure about something and you're taking the necessary steps to step outside of your comfort zone, that means you're growing, and it's a good thing, right? You don't have to fix your insecurity. You don't have to fix yourself to chase your dreams, to achieve your personal goals. You just have to move with your insecurities instead of against them. So if you take anything away today, don't wait until your insecurities vanish to start living. Post the video, take the class, apply for the job, start writing a song, start with your pottery project, start writing the marketing plan. Just start doing it today. Don't wait. The perfect time is now. Train your courage, believe in yourself, and surround yourself with people who see your light. In the comment section below, drop a comment about one insecurity you're ready to tackle. Drop a comment down below about one insecurity you're facing right now. Let's make this a space where we normalize growth and not perfection. And if you want to see more of what it's like to balance a 9-to-5 corporate job at Disney, learning about music production, trying to DJ, building many side hustles, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle, I make a lot of videos about those topics, about self-growth, self-improvement, and things like that. So make sure you subscribe. I'll share it all here. I've also made a video about how to be uncomfortable and stay uncomfortable. That helps personal growth. If you're interested, you can check out the video linked here below. And until next time, I'll see you there. Bye.